All right, what's going on, Coach? It's your man
What's up?
Doss,
What's up?
Coach Shot. This is West. Let's get to the facts. Episode 7.
All
We
right,
at it
what's going
again. We about to get going, man. With it was a lot to unpack this week, man. It was a lot to unpack for this hour show.
Yes, sir.
So man, hey, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get
Yeah,
right
let's go.
into
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go. Okay, so let's see. What's the topic we want to jump on with first? Hold on. Where's my banners? Let's just talk about the game first, Coach. Let's just talk about the game before we get into the other stuff. So another terrible outing by the Browns. It was disappointing to watch. It was a complete just shit show. Opening play of the game, kickoff return. I said
Mm-hmm.
it's over with. Game's already over with.
Mm-hmm.
And then we come out there and we can't do anything with it. We can't do nothing with it. Deshaun missing wide open passes. Like, guys, he ain't even missing wide open passes. He's not even seeing the receivers. They're over the middle of the field, man. Like, as I posted on my social media, the announcers are even calling it out how bad he's missing wide open receivers. And this is just
Mm-hmm.
it's just getting to the point, man, where this is just becoming beyond crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta do something where somebody needs to coach that man. Somebody needs to really help. If he's gonna be the quarterback of the future for us, somebody really needs to sit down and try to school this guy on how to read defenses and find your open receivers. Because it's like this dude just literally got tunnel vision. He sees one person, he's focused on that one person. He don't even know how to go to his check downs or nothing. So
I could say this. I think I saw the play where the announcers they went back on the play where it was, I think it was Jerry Judy coming over towards the middle, and it was a little window, but at the same time, I'm gonna give my man's the benefit of the doubt. We don't know where he was at in that progression. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that.
okay,
You know what
okay,
I'm saying? We don't
right,
know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know exactly where he was at during that time frame.
right,
But was there a window? Yes. Was Jerry Judy open? Yes, he
yes,
was. You know
yes.
what I'm
And it
saying?
wasn't just Jerry Judy. It was Njoku. He was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Cedric Tillman was open. Like, it was a lot of guys that was open that he just was not seeing. Like, that check down, that first pass he threw to Nick Chubb, right
Oh yeah,
above him, right
that.
above him was Njoku wide open. And
Yeah.
it's like, how do you miss that automatically? Mark,
But
I see you watching, man. We
I
didn't lose
think in
by
that
we didn't lose by 7, did we?
yeah, we lost by 7.
I turned the
20,
game off. I got tired of watching it.
yeah, 21-14. I left. I left only when the 21-6. I left. I got in the car. I went for a ride. And by the time I got home, I checked the score 21-14.
Yeah.
But all the way up until then, coach, his stats until he got injured 15 to 17, 128 yards, 8.5 yards average. He
How
was
long? How
sacked
much?
twice. Huh?
How was it? What was his average?
8.5.
He still ain't threw a first down.
8 point. No, he threw 4 first down.
No, I'm
He
saying
did.
his average don't go beyond a first down.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you, coach. And he was sacked twice. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All I'm saying is that man. I think all the way up until there, especially that drive when he got hurt, they were throwing the yard. They were throwing the ball beyond those 5 to 6, 7 yarders. There was 10 to 15 yarders. Those intermediate routes they was hitting
Right.
because he hit a couple. That's what got them down there.
Okay.
It just to me the injury happened. I feel I ain't gonna lie. I feel sorry for the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of where people stand on what he did, what he supposed, what he did off the field, or wherever you stand on that, man. I overall, as a fan of football and a fan of my Cleveland Browns, like that hurt, but it ain't. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't hurt as much as Chubb did last year. But
Well, we
it's
gonna we
still it's
gonna
still
we
you know what
gonna
I'm saying.
we
It
gonna
still was
get
a
on the
quarterback.
Watson one though. We're gonna get on the Watson
Yeah,
injury next. Let's just the game in itself.
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, the game in itself. Like, I think the offensive line played a little bit better. Jed Wills is still Jed Wills in it.
man,
It
he
was a
is
play where
trash.
it was DTR in the game. He ain't blocked nobody again. That he turned around like this. So
He
you know what I'm saying.
like I didn't even see like his hands, man. They're not in. They're not shooting. It was like he was playing patty cake with this dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look, let's I would love to interview that man and be like, do you really want to play football? Like, because I don't think you want to play football anymore. And I know he hasn't since his rookie year, but I would really
Mm-hmm.
like to interview that man and just be like, what's really going on with your blocking ability? Like, you came from Alabama.
Don't be always 100 with you, man. Some of these younger players, they are not like they get in the league and they use the league instead of the league using them, which is they're gonna get their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then within one, maybe two contracts, and then after that, they done. You know what I'm saying? He got his money. He was the number one pick. We gave
Right.
him, I think we got him again for like another 15 million this season. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got you got all the money, you young, you got all this off the field stuff. A lot of these kids like, man, I'm gonna get out of this game before,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, my body wears down and I can't enjoy my life anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
But I don't
it
even
might be
know
one of
so
those
much of
things with
this.
him.
I don't even know if it's so much about my body anymore. I think it's more about I don't love the game no more. I think it's about let me get this money so I can set my family up. And
Probably,
then it's just like, I'm good.
yeah, because I think a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, they either realize that this game don't care from really nothing about them. They're gonna use you, throw you out whenever you're done. You know what I'm saying? Which was with most jobs, anything, anywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they just got that mentality, like I'm gonna get my bread and keep it moving. I think that's where I don't know, like that's a good question if we could ask him, because that's sometimes how I feel, bro. Like he don't put up no effort in
None.
some of these pass pros whatsoever, man.
Yeah, and it's terrible, man, because like we be sitting up in here and we just watching quarterbacks just like it literally look like these dudes are getting rock bottom on a regular basis because this dude is not protecting nothing.
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 What about the defense? I think they
Uh,
played a little bit better in the first part. And
they played a
then
little bit better, and then the wheels fell off.
yeah, they started becoming, I think the DB started making it more personal because you got a lot of LSU players playing in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started just becoming personal, and the Browns lost on that end of it because Chase and Higgins was going nuts.
Yeah, in that second half,
Yeah,
Burrow found them. They made plays. The wheels fell off in the second half because it was what 6-7.
yeah.
It
And it should have been
was,
7-7 with us having the momentum, but the goddamn kicker all of a sudden can't kick.
coach, it should have been 10-7 because he missed the field
That
goal.
is true. That is
He
true.
missed
I
the
forgot
field
about
goal.
that.
Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Like, oh my God, these man. I don't even know what to say, coach.
Everybody watching, you see that look on Coach's face. That's what it is to be a Browns fan. If y'all don't understand, like that's the look of being a Browns fan. We
Man,
share that look every Sunday, every year. It's always
yes, sir.
something. It was less
Always.
last year, but it's more this year because we looking like we about to head to a 1-16, 17 season, 17 now, right? Season.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's the look of being a Browns fan. If y'all don't know, so it's just frustrating, man. It is definitely
Very,
frustrating watching this team every Sunday. It's getting
very
harder and
much.
harder and harder.
I got we was talking earlier because like I said, I don't even watch the game like shocked anymore, man. I just expect this shit to happen now.
You
Like I
know,
really do.
with me, last week I fell asleep in the second half of the game. That's when they played the Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I fell asleep second half because I was like, this is just terrible to watch. This game, fourth quarter, about 9 minutes in, maybe earlier than that, I just turned it off. I was like, I'm not gonna keep watching this. This is just because DTR was getting killed. He
Mm-hmm.
couldn't hit targets. He just throwing wide open intercept. Like it was bad, man. It was bad.
Man, the dude was throwing flame darts at people 5 yards away from him, man. Like,
Exactly.
listen, people, I don't know, like, oh my God. I've spoken to people, bro, where they be like, oh man, let's put in DTR, man. Let's see what he has. And I'm like, I kind of saw that shit last year, bro. Like,
Exactly.
the man was the same thing he did last season. He's doing it again. You're 5 yards apart from him. Why are you throwing it so hard, man?
Why didn't Winston play?
He did play.
He did?
Yeah, Jameis did play. They end up I guess DTR got hurt.
Of course.
And then Winston came in. He was the emergency third quarterback. He came in and he threw a touchdown to Njoku. And that's how we end up losing by 7.
So, but why? But I'm saying when Watson got hurt, why wasn't Winston number 2?
Because for some reason, before the start of that game, they demoted Winston, and put DTR in his place. I don't know why. No one said why. They just said they promoted him to the number 2 quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was weird, man. I was like, why is it when I saw DTR come out, he was looking unsure of himself. I was like, all right, this is about to be a problem. Then I noticed that the only person he opened his eyes up to was Cedric Tillman because that's his boy. He didn't throw that ball to nobody else.
No.
So it's like you out here trying to play one-on-one football with your boy like y'all in the backyard, and that ain't that look, man, that's just not working. It's not working.
That's why Jerry Jeudy slammed his helmet on the sidelines during the game. Jerry Jeudy did not get a target until I think Jameis Winston came in the game. He dropped a pass and then he caught another one. But that's it. Like said, DTR was not looking for nobody but Cedric Tillman.
But Cedric Tillman, that was it.
That's it. I think the man had like 12 targets.
So we already know that was, I mean, there's nothing else to really talk about when it comes to that. But let's talk about it. The thing is shot the injury around the world, man. Deshaun Watson's. When I saw it happen, I said, "Oh, he blew that." I knew instantly he blew his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's unfortunate to see this all happen to this dude, man, because I don't believe in like watching anybody get hurt and all of this other stuff, but it was bad when I saw that and that dog, he went down grabbing that ankle and he started crying and stuff. I was like, man, that dude's career might be over with, truth be told, because you had very bad seasons. You've had multiple injuries. I don't think anybody else is going to take a chance on him. And I honestly don't think he's going to make it in the Browns uniform next year. I think they're going to do away with him.
I would say this. Will he play football again in the NFL? I believe so.
You think so?
Yeah, I believe so.
With all of the allegations, injuries, and everything?
I believe so because of this. If one team during that time frame, right?
Okay.
It was a lot of teams other than the Cleveland Browns that wanted him. And they all knew
at
the time. They all had an idea what was going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just so happened the Browns outbidded everybody. Remember, he turned the Browns down first. And the Browns came back like, hey, we got this money guaranteed. Oh, I'm coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, do I believe he's done playing NFL? No. Do I believe he's done playing from the Cleveland Browns? If you listen to every Cleveland media person, they sit up here and say, yeah, he's done. He can't return to a city that had their fan base that he goes out in front of happy that he got hurt.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that too. We definitely going to talk about that.
So I don't think he's done. I think he may be done for the Browns. Achilles, I look at like what happened with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to get the same surgery Aaron Rodgers got from the same doctor.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers was back on his feet but even though Aaron Rodgers happened early in the season, he was back throwing the ball by December.
Right. And so, they were talking about trying to rush him back by the end of last season. But the Jets if the Jets was playoff hopefuls, they was gonna rush him back. But because
they was gonna rush him back.
But because he didn't, they decided to decided to sit it out.
Yeah. So I believe he'd be back, man. And like I said, it may not be for the Browns, but he'll be back playing, man.
I don't think anybody gonna take a chance on him, man, because of all of the off-field stuff. Because the NFL is still looking into stuff in regards to that now. Because apparently he settled.
Okay. Yeah, he settled. But my thing is this, Coach. And this goes back to my conspiracy. I think I said this last week or something. If the Browns, if the Browns want out, the NFL is possibly could give them out, which is, he settled, but at the same time, the NFL is still investigating. So if the Browns want out of that contract, I don't think it's impossible for them to pick up the phone like, hey, yo, we need you to pull that trigger on that. You know what I'm saying? Find him guilty so we get out of this bag. You know what I'm saying? And they'll get out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's one way. But Coach, I feel like the man gonna be back playing for some other team, man. And he gonna have that one or two redemption season for the Browns ass, man. That's just our luck. You know what I'm saying?
I just, me personally, man, I don't know. I think with all of the baggage, all of the injuries, I don't think he's gonna get a shot because your numbers have been dismal. Obviously, everybody see that you can't read a defense and hit open targets. So it's like either a coach really likes him and say, I'm going to take a chance on him, but you got to guarantee a lot of things. Like, what's your status with these women? What's going on? Is there going to be any more things that's going to pop up that we got to be concerned about? This, that, and the other. So I don't think he gets another shot, man. Terrible numbers. Too many injuries, too many off-field issues. I don't think he gets that's a trifecta right there.
He'll be back.
Okay.
Put it this way, he ain't Colin Kaepernick, man. He'll be back.
Well, Colin Kaepernick got done in a whole different way. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, Colin Kaepernick would be playing in the NFL. Donald Trump made everybody believe on some other bullshit. Made it affect the whole game of football.
He told the NFL owners to blackball Cap. We all know that. I know that. It's just, to me, the reason why I say he ain't Colin Kaepernick is just because he did some shit that white men do. A lot of rub and tugs and happy endings. Okay, so Mr. Robert Kraft himself. Let's not forget. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, my bad. Allegedly. Allegedly.
So I don't know, man. I mean, it's just one of those things, but hey, hopefully he gets a shot somewhere. I mean, I wanted it to be in Cleveland, but when I started seeing what he was doing, I wasn't on his side no more. Because, dude, just being a coach of the game for so long, I'm looking at certain things like, if you was on my high school team doing something, you're getting benched. Like, based off of your numbers, your stats and everything, it's not helping us. You're getting benched. The only difference of it is you got money involved. They invested so much, so they want to make sure their investment pay off, and they didn't. So, but
now they got to find a way out.
Yeah,
that's if they want one.
That is true. All right, let's move on to the next topic of the day, which was Chubbs' return to the field. What did you think?
Happy for the touchdown. Happy to see him back on the field. Um, Everything else was subpar. I mean, he looks like Nick Chubb, but you don't got nothing up front. You can't be all the way Nick Chubb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that played a role in his whole game on Sunday. But overall, he looked like the same Nick Chubb
Right.
from before.
Yeah. I didn't think he looked like the old Nick Chubb. I saw glimpses like he was trying to get off like that, but you could see when they kept shooting him on the sideline, showing him and stuff, I was like, that knee still ain't 100%. That knee, because he kept on stretching it, you know what I'm saying, doing all of these other things that was just showing that he was still not 100%. And I was worried at the fact that he wasn't wearing a knee brace. That I get it. You don't want to have nothing hold you back and stop you from being who you are. But psychologically, one thing that's going to play a role on you. So it's going to stop the way you run for a little bit. And then let's knee brace it for a couple of hits. See how you do. If you feel you don't need it, then take it off. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, Coach, but this is you gotta think about it. This is the second time going through this injury.
Isn't it the third?
No, it's the second time because he had it when he was in Georgia.
Yeah, I think this is his third knee injury though. It's either I don't know, Coach. We might need to double check that one.
This is the second one with all of these with the same, basically all the same ligaments and everything torn. It was when he was in Georgia, he returned with no knee brace. Then, according to what I heard reports, that he asked the head coach Stefanski to give him 1 day of full contact hitting versus the defense so he could get used to it.
Okay.
So he went through that and he was fine. I thought about it too, the knee brace, but I'm like, hey, he know his body way better than I do, so go ahead and do what you do.
That is true.
It was a couple of hits where I was like, let me see how he get up. He got to find, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I see, like how you said, you seen parts where he was trying to be that Nick Chubb, and I see it, and he was getting ready to get up to those levels and those gears, but then it was like nothing in front of him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I like seeing him get into the end zone. I was really worried about just somebody coming in sideways and just hitting that knee. That's why I was like, dude, why don't you got a knee brace on? But I mean, it was good to see him out there. The offensive line is shit. I said that they were gonna block better than they ever have. The offensive line is shit. I mean, across the board. And I don't even understand it because Conklin was there. Like they had the basically the starting line was there. Yeah. So and they still look like shit. So Callahan leaving did something. He had them boys ready in a whole nother way than these dudes. I'm thinking these guys are like player coaches type of deal because you ain't getting shit out that offensive line and it ain't helping. It ain't helping nothing.
It ain't helping, Coach, but I'm gonna say this. New offensive system.
Yep.
New offensive line coach and assistant coach.
Yep.
Offensive line was never a unit this whole damn summer. So this is what you get. The whole team was never a unit this whole summer. Everybody
the team didn't even play a preseason game together.
No, as a whole team. So therefore, the first 3 games of our regular season was our first 3 preseason games.
Very true.
And then we're in the regular season and we're just shitty, not working the kinks out.
Yeah, Coach Juice, you right, man. Callahan did have them boys right.
Oh yeah, he had them. Man, he had them hella right, man.
Yeah, because they when they hit that field, man, it was like a whole different team. Like we here to fight. Now these dudes acting like I'm just here to get my money and just be gone. Because they terrible, man. They're terrible. And Gendrick, The dude's name is Jedrick. I don't know why people call him Gendrick. It's Jedrick.
Yeah, Jedrick Wills.
Man, and we talked about him earlier. He's trash. He's trash. But like, I didn't see, they didn't have old boy from Ohio State out there this week, did he?
No,
Deshaun, whatever his name is.
Dawad Jones. No, he came in actually. He actually played when they brought in Jameis Winston.
Okay.
Because I know it was Conklin out there and Wells out there, and I think at that point they had, I guess I don't know if they went to the reserves or they got some of them dudes out there, but I know he actually played during that drive.
Right. So I was like, man, I was like, come on now. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the offensive line is terrible. They're not going to help Chubb. I'm more worried about Chubb through the rest of the season just due to this whole blocking shit that they doing because they're not going to protect that man the way they need to protect him. And it's annoying watching it. It's super annoying watching it because they're just out here
doing some Cleveland Brown shit.
Yeah, because like I was watching the hits that DTR was taking. I said, this man ain't gonna make it out the game. And obviously I turned the station and he didn't make it out the game.
Nope, he didn't make it.
That's crazy. Offensive line is terrible. I can't even jump on Miles this week. I mean, Miles still really didn't do much in my eyes. But
I actually saw him get triple teamed though, coach, and double team.
Man, stop it.
I actually saw it. No, I did. I swear on everything. I actually saw it.
Okay, but listen, double and triple team is part of the game.
Yeah.
So, because that they gave him that defensive player award on that ghost stat. That ghost stat was if he wasn't doubled and triple teamed, he would have had these plays. Like, dude, you don't make up ghost stats like that and justify you giving this man the award that he didn't deserve.
Well, they did, coach. They did.
Man, stop it. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that. That's just foolishness to me. But I was more disappointed in the secondary this week. The secondary got into personal battles. They let them dudes get in their head, and it was over with. They couldn't stop nobody. Like, they even had some other dude. He was a rookie. I think he's from, like, Yale or something. And he was even hollering on the Browns. I said, what? Really?
But that's the thing, though. Like, every team has been hollering on the Browns. Every team views this Browns team as being soft.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you like this. They showed, I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was Brandon Graham last week from the Philadelphia Eagles. He went up and down the Cleveland Browns offensive line and talked shit about every one of them. They all turned around and listened to this man talk shit, and not one of them barked. I'm talking about coach. Not one of them barked back, yo. Not one. They all just sat there and talked and just heard him. And then he said this. He said, Jed Wills, he was like, you sweet boy. I'm about to make a play. And what he does?
Make a play.
He beats him and makes a play.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no fighting them. Ain't no fighting them. They soft.
Maybe he'll ball out because you gotta be a special type of person to be here in Cleveland, man. And maybe he'll ball somewhere else. Maybe he was never wanted to be drafted to Cleveland, and that's probably why he's playing like shit.
Probably didn't, or he probably mad that his little friend Baker left and he lost his progressive commercials with Baker. You don't know. I don't know.
It could be a lot of stuff. I just know all the linemen. He's trash.
But you know the thing is though, every lineman that came out that year with him, like in that draft early, just about every one of them is trash, except for Tristan Wirfs out of in Tampa Bay, basically. But every one of them is just about trash.
No, because the one dude is in Detroit right now.
Who are you talking about? Penei Sewell?
No, it's another name. It's another name. Another lineman is in Detroit. Mm-hmm. And he balling too. And I know he was one of ours. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. But let's move on to this next topic, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Classless Cleveland fans, man. What's up with this? Now, listen, I have been on Deshaun Watson's head more than anybody I know. Mm-hmm. I've been on this man. I jump on him up and down on Facebook all day long. I am killing this man all day long on Facebook. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching. When I saw that injury go down, I was concerned about him. You know what I'm saying? But I did hear, no, first off, let me rephrase that. My fraternity brother, our fraternity brother, posted something and was like, for y'all to boo for this man getting or cheer for this man getting hurt. And I was like, damn, so that is what I heard. Like, I didn't want to really believe that they was cheering because that man got hurt. And I was just like, hell no. Like, for real? Like, that's what y'all doing? Listen, we all diehard fans. We all, man, it's a game, man. You don't put somebody's personal health on the line for a game. You know what I'm saying? And to display that classless ass shit, it made me ashamed to be a Browns fan for a hot second. Made me ashamed to be a Browns fan for a hot second.
Man, the Cleveland Browns sports fan world suffers from toxic fandom. They're toxic. Okay, I'm just going to be honest because I'm a fan and I participate in this toxic culture my damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, the first step of AA is to I admit that we have a problem. Okay. Yeah. We have a problem. We are a toxic fan base.
Facts. We are.
We haven't won anything, but we act like we won everything.
So it's almost like entitlement. It's entitlement.
Yeah, we're entitled.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's just like, no, we shouldn't. I think people are like, okay, we suck, so we're entitled to these victories. We're entitled to a good team. No, you're entitled to build a better team. Like, you're not entitled to shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you should not be booing as a man toward his laying on his turf, crying in tears, carted off in tears, torn Achilles, man. Like, granted, anybody can feel how you want to feel about the man. We also like just put the. I know it's hard, but let's put the off the field court issues in the background. You know what I'm saying? Let's just cut that off for a second. I know it's probably hard, but this is what this man has gone through this season. Daddy died. Best friend died. One of his friends died, and then this. That's a lot.
And then the off-season stuff.
Yeah, then if you want to throw in off-season stuff, throw that in. Plus, then you throw in the injury of of a shoulder from last season, rehabbing that.
Right.
Plus you having the Cleveland Browns white Jesus Joe Flacco come in to save the day. That man is dealing with a lot of shit.
I mean, I get it. Hey, Sydney, I know, man. Listen. We all want to win, man, but we ain't gonna cheer for nobody getting hurt, man. Like we
ain't gonna do that.
We ain't cheering for nobody getting hurt, man. Like that's just a whole nother level of toxic fandom, as Coach was saying. Like we want to win, but we ain't trying to, watch this man get hurt and cheer for that because we thinking that the savior coming in off the bench.
No, man. I hated Baker Mayfield, but I never once cheered for him to get hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like Baker. I stand on it. No, I don't. But I never once cheered for him to get hurt, or any player or anybody I've ever seen coach. And that's something that you just don't do, man.
Right.
If you love the game, you want everybody to play the game and be healthy and lead the game healthy.
Exactly.
That's what the love of the game is, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And as a fan, you got to respect that. Because if you love the game, you want everybody to leave healthy and go home to their family members, their kids, whatever, and be a healthy person. So, like, cheering for that, man, you miss me with all that. I don't care.
Hey, look, my dude Sydney said if he would have performed, we wouldn't have cheered.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's performing up until that time. That's messed up, though, man. It's cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man.
I feel it. But hey, man, but he a disgruntled Browns fan also, man. He been a Browns fan forever. But man, I've never cheered for any player to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I've never done that. But I mean, I guess some people just embody it a lot different. Maybe some people looking at it like I spent my hard-earned money on this, and this is what y'all turning out. I'm not happy with this product.
I
So
mean, I get it, but how many times have people gone to a restaurant and order some shit that they don't like and they ain't happy with the product? Like, you're not about to boot a restaurant at the restaurant. Like, you gonna go home and you gonna hop on your Yelp and do your little keyboard killing Yelp review and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's like there's a lot of things in life that you go and spend your money on and you be like, damn, I shouldn't have did that.
That is
it
true.
wasn't worth it. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm not trying to buy that. Like, for me, I know for one thing, can I afford to go to a Browns game? Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not. I'd rather watch it from my couch.
Yeah, I'm not spending all that money until I know we got a proven winner.
It's not even that, coach. I've been to the stadium.
Oh, I've been there too.
Them seats ain't comfortable, man.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
So I go to I put this way, I go to a Cavs game before I go to a Browns game. I like to be, you know what I'm saying? If I'm comfortable, yeah. If I'm gonna go to a Browns game, it got to be from September till about mid-October. That's it.
I feel it. Yeah. All right, let's move on to our next topic, man, which is Week 7 in the NFL. Anything stand out to you?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Coach. The same thing that we've been talking about, how shitty our Browns have been. Wow. That's the standout thing to me, because I'm sitting over here like, I'm at home like, yeah, this is our week. No, it's never going to be our week, Coach.
No, this season, I said it after the Dallas game. I said, this is a bad team. This team ain't going to win much. So, yeah. Hey, my standout was, let me tell you, man, Minnesota, Green Bay,
that was a good game.
And Detroit are all for real.
All for real teams.
All for real teams. And I'm sitting up in here and I'm watching like that Detroit game. What's their running back name? 26, not Montgomery, but the other kid.
Jeremiah Gibbs.
Man, Gibbs is a man. He reminds me of Adrian Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
He runs hard. He runs fast. That dude, man, he's nice. I was really impressed, man. I was really impressed. And my man Sid said, Chiefs on pace to win, to be the first to win 3 championships. He said, hey, I mean, they undefeated, aren't they?
Sad to say, Sid. Yeah, they undefeated. They undefeated because they spanked up on them Niners, boy. They spanked up on them. So, so Sid, I agree with you.
Yeah, the Chiefs look good, man. Like, I'm not a Patrick Mahomes fan, but I'm gonna tell you, he impressed the hell out of me when he ran that dude over in the end zone. Yeah. I said, "Oh, you playing with attitude now? You might make me like you after all."
No, I still ain't gonna like him. So, I ain't even gonna hold you.
But but yeah, man. I look. You know what's scary right now is the 3 teams in the NFC is Detroit. They're all in the same division. Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay are all tough. Now, don't get me wrong. Washington look good. The Eagles look good. But in the AFC, dude, it's Baltimore. It's the Chiefs. And it's the Texans.
That's it.
The AFC looks trash.
The Texans is shaky.
Yeah, it just depends. But they lost Nico Collins.
Yeah.
So Nico Collins being hurt, that hurts them. But Buffalo, no. Even though Amari Cooper, weekend Amari Cooper showed us he can catch the ball.
Hey, but one thing is this, Amari. All this is proven to me is that when you were brought up in trade talks in
most
the summer,
definitely.
You got butt hurt and you was like, fuck this team.
I mean, but truth be told, though, man, I would feel the same way, too, because I've been your number one. I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and you put me on the trade box for a dude who.
Coach, I feel you, but this is my thing. Didn't ask to be traded in. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what you did to the fan base and to the team. You out there like not giving a fuck. You not catching passes. You dropping passes. I think some of that shit was like on purpose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm looking at it, because I'm hearing reports. Oh yeah, when he got to Buffalo, he made sure he came to practice before and after the workout with Josh Allen to get nigga. Where was that? Where was that shit at with Deshaun? Where was that shit at?
Because that dude was offended.
Yeah,
so I mean, like I understand it's a business, but as a player, I'm gonna be offended by that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to you the way I'm gonna give it to you.
I feel you, man, but just man, I don't know. Maybe I'm different because man, I just went to ownership like, okay, y'all didn't put me in this shit, man. Just let me just train me for whatever. Like, just go ahead, like you know what I'm saying. Like, just let me go. I give y'all even back some of y'all money that y'all gave me. Like, don't go through that. You know what I'm saying? There's ways.
Some people get petty though, coach. And I mean, truth be told, I probably would have been on some petty like that too. I mean,
I get it, but I don't know, man. To me, I believe in the football gods, man, and they gonna come back and bite him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's possible, but I'll tell you, listen, this Bigsby kid from Jacksonville.
Talking about Tank Bigsby?
Man, listen, I was about to pick him up for my fantasy. I picked up Chubb instead for whatever reason, just loyalty out of Cleveland. And I was I'm gonna pick Bigsby up and start him. And I still went with Chubb. And I don't even know why the hell I did that. And Bigsby went out there and had 12 carries, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, man, listen.
That dude was falling.
That was one of Jacksonville's problems in the start of the season. Yeah, you got Travis Etienne, good running back, but Bigsby, I'm sorry, is younger, better, and he's built like a fucking tank.
Yes, yes, he is.
I'm going to give
like it too.
Yes, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go ground and pound with Tank, and then I'm going to hit. That's what I'm going to give. Then I'm going to get Etienne everything on outside, screen passes to him. But I'm going to hit you with both of them.
Where's Tank from?
I think he's from Auburn.
Okay.
For some reason, Auburn is screaming my is coming to mind.
Okay. Yeah, man. He run hard, but you know who else ran hard this weekend?
Who?
Saquon Barkley. That boy said, "I'm about to show y'all should have paid me." I think he had 176 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, listen.
Let me double check that.
Everybody know the Giants messed that one up royally.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah, he had 176 yards on 17 carries. Damn, he over 10 yards a catch on that.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah, Tank was he had Auburn.
Okay.
6 foot 213.
And then obviously I was impressed with my Seahawks. Them boys decided to finally play ball against the Falcons because the Falcons is like tricky. Them one of them trap teams.
Yeah.
Like they can catch you here and there, but hey, DK Metcalf came out and showed out. I was happy about that. Walker, man, I think Walker is probably one of the most underrated running backs in the NFL. But Walker, I like Walker coming out of Michigan State. But that dude is he a tank also. He run hard. And I
remember when he ran all over Ohio State.
Yeah. Even though Ohio State beat him, he still ran all, he still ran all over him. And then, obviously, Washington still looks impressive. Extremely impressed by them. I just need Lamar Jackson to show out on tonight against Baker, unfortunately, because I need him for my fantasy. I need
don't need him for my fantasy. I just need it. Yeah, just because of Baker.
I'm gonna see what Baker gonna do against this defense. I want to see what he gonna do because I'm a little curious. But let's see, man. So let's get to the next topic because we're getting close to the end. Guardians go down in 5, man. How'd you feel about it?
I'm gonna attribute that them us losing to our payroll. I think our payroll is like $120 million, and the Yankees is $320 million. So I'm attribute that to our payroll. Um, I'm just sitting back and thinking like of all the players that are on other teams that used to play for the Guardians,
Yeah.
like a Lindor. Like, what if we could have kept Lindor and had him with this team? You know what I'm saying? Where would they have been? Some of the
They
pitching,
probably would have been a two-peat at least.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I was talking to my girl about this. My girl said, "Man, Cleveland sports teams are the farm teams of the of the sports world. We get the players good enough to go off to be great.
To be great, to go somewhere else and
You
shine.
know, to be great. Yeah, and go and shine.
Hey,
And I had to
that's
sit back.
honestly a great observation, truth be told, because it
It
seemed like
is.
that.
It is. Like coach, I had to really sit back and think about it. I
Yeah, like
really
when you
had
sit back and think that's really a great observation, truth be
to.
told,
Yeah,
because it kind of gives that feel.
it is, man. Because like I said, just even like you look at these players, man. Like I said, like a Francisco Lindor, like how he could have been, like even down to a Manny Ramirez. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like all of those people, like, dude, we lost all of them because the ownership didn't want to spend the money. Now, mind you, they sharing the bread amongst the owners in baseball.
Oh yeah.
Like, but
Oh
you just
yeah.
not share. You just not sharing it with your team. You just not spending the money.
They like we gonna make our money, but we gonna put a product on there that's gonna still bring in this money. We ain't really too worried about winning shit because they know the
No.
fans gonna still be dedicated and come.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, man, I don't know. Like I watched it. I stated it on my social media. The moment is too big for this team. And going against it was like you literally watched a polished team play against a team that's just scrapping for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like there were so many things I just questioned. Like, why would you first off, Classe or whatever? I don't know why everybody is making such a big deal about him because he throw a 100-mile-an-hour ball. It don't mean shit because everybody kept popping that bitch out of the stadium. So I'm like, you ain't doing nothing with that goddamn 100-mile-an-hour ball. But why? Like the one coaching move that I would never figure out is you walk Soto and you pitch to Judge, and that dude took us out. I mean, took it out of the park. Then the next dude
Mm-hmm.
comes back and puts it out also. Now I know that they came back. I believe they came back and won that game, but I'm like, come on, man. Like you bring Class A out again. This dude gives up runs all over the place. You supposed to be a closer, not an opener. You opening the game for people to turn around and win. And it was too many errors.
Yeah.
Way too many errors. Like it was just I don't know, man. It was a fun thing to watch. It's like getting to the AFC championship game in football. So I mean, we got to the ALS or the ALCS, whatever it is. You
Uh-huh.
know, we got to it. Good. I mean, I guess we got to be proud about that. But it's been so long since we've been to the World Series. It's almost like we'll never get back there again. But I mean, when it's all said and done, hey,
I remember them times, man.
yeah, man.
Watching the World Series games, staying up late as a kid. Albert Bell, Kenny Lofton, Paul Sorrento, even back to the Manny Ramirez days.
Yeah. I
Oh
remember
man.
we was at a club downtown and I can never remember the name of this damn club. I want to call it the Nine, but I don't think that's what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Nine because that's the hotel downtown. Oh my God. It was the most popular club downtown for years. It was on the East Bank of the Flats. But I remember the Indians was playing in the World Series against the Braves, I believe. And Jose
Mm-hmm.
Mesa came out and did his thing. And then he came to the club. He came downtown. It was him, Manny Ramirez, and it was what was the other dude? Omar
Omar Vizquel.
Vizquel. They all came down to the flats and kicked it with the fans. They was cool as hell that night, man. That shit was crazy. But we was all down there, man, and we was kicking it, and everybody just, cheering for him, going crazy. That it was so dope, man. But that was back when Cleveland used to rock, like when we used to do, good in
Fun
sports.
stuff. Yeah.
Good in sports. We was like almost a championship team at those times. So,
But it was still fun. None of this toxic crap that we got going on now.
Nah, but it's a different day and age of fan too, man. So, with mental illness and all of this other stuff, people will be taking stuff a little too far with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we down to our last 10 minutes, coach. So obviously we're gonna do let's get it off your chest. So what you want to get off your chest, coach?
I'm gonna go to politics, man. I'm gonna go there again.
Are you going back to politics? Okay.
Yes, I'm going back there because y'all dude, man, Dope 45 himself at a press conference is talking about Arnold Palmer's mandate, bro.
A what?
He talked about Arnold Palmer's penis, man.
Oh, I just saw something about that on the news, but I didn't know what it was. Like, I didn't really. Okay, you got to fill me in on this one.
So, Mr. Donald Trump, man, at some rally, I think it was in Pennsylvania, because that's where Arnold Palmer's from. He goes on stage and brings up that says when all the other golfers used to take shower with Arnold Palmer, they used to come out the locker room and it's like, wow, in awe and shocked and talking about his penis. What? I'm sitting there like, why are you talking about another man's penis, bro?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's some weird shit, isn't it? Right?
Yeah. See, but, I saw something with him, man. And I don't mean to cut you off, coach.
No, go ahead.
I saw something about him that he was talking about, like how Abraham Lincoln, it was something about the Civil War, and basically he was saying like he should have kept y'all in slavery or something like that. And I was like, what? This dude is he just out there just being wild as hell, man.
Donnie's out here just rivaling. He needs an intervention. Donnie is just like I said, like how you said, Donnie talked about Abraham Lincoln. Donnie talked about Arnold Palmer's penis. And then at the same time, and this is the part that like I need people to pay attention to. The man says, I forgot what podcast or what interview he was on, but he talks about wanting to defund the Department of Education.
Yes, that was on Fox. That was on Fox.
Yeah. And I had conversations with other people and seen their viewpoints of this. And I want to be like, now I'm telling them, honestly, this is not what y'all thought it was. This is what he is telling y'all what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So if you have a kid with any type of disability, no school for them, no funding. He's talking about holding back funding if schools teach Black history.
Black history, yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come the fuck on. Like, I made a post and it was I reposted this from Taraji P. Henson, and it has Black men reading and telling y'all what Project 2025 is about.
Yeah.
It's off of my story right now, but if y'all have a chance, man, just go ahead, jump on IG, look up Taraji P. Henson, look at her thing, and she posts a video about Black men reading to y'all what Project 2025 is about. Pay attention. It's the truth.
Let me come over the top on that, because there's two things about that. Project 2025, people be like, oh, that's not Donald Trump's plan. Donald Trump's name is mentioned 334 times in Project 2025. So if you're saying that it is not it, that he has nothing to do with it, you're an idiot. That's just what it all comes down to. You don't want to believe the truth. You're an idiot. You can go read it for yourself and see that man's name in there 334 times. So miss me with all of that BS that it's not in there. The next thing is that I done lost my train of thought, but it was with Trump. You know, you see he got Elon Musk out here paying people $1 million to vote, to like vote. I don't know. It said vote for the Constitution, but I don't understand that one.
It's a lie. It's just getting like, I mean, they just trying to get people to vote for him. So that's the way to give them the money. But do I think Elon really gonna give these people the money? No. Do I think they're gonna find somebody to fake like they won some money to keep it going? Yes. That's what they're gonna do. But Donald Trump has never paid anybody. Come on, man. The man can't even pay for people to get the buses back to their parking during his rallies. Like, come on, man. He's not about to pay
man. Like, for you to be into that type of stuff, like, you're an idiot. Now, with him, with this education thing, like the whole education piece, man, like if you truly believe that this man who had a fraudulent university knows what's best for kids, you're stupid. And that's what he's planning to plot on, or not plot on, that's what he's running on, is the fact that he knows you're going to be uneducated. If they can keep people uneducated and they're not going to research anything and they're not going to do the necessary work to find out something, they're just going to fall for whatever he says. That's what the majority of his base is. They're people who refuse to do any type of educating, any type of researching for themselves. And I still got one of our fraternity brothers. He's from my chapter, though. This dude be on some weird shit, man, like on a regular basis. Like, I'm not going to call him out, but I'm just, dude, the shit you doing, you got to explain some shit to me. Like, I need some shit explained to me. And you don't have to answer to me or anything, but I'm just going to look at you funny. That's just what it all comes down to when it comes to that shit. But
I get it.
But this, man, the shit with Trump, that shit boils my blood, man. But
I want to say this one last thing, Coach. For every Trump supporter who says that the liberals are the whiny crybaby snowflakes and we're the ones that's soft, I'm gonna give y'all Exhibit A. When Donald Trump was on Fox in the morning show, they had this man sitting on a shit pad, but he's an alpha male though. A man that shits on himself. He's a grown ass man that wears a diaper that sits on a shit pad on a television show in the morning, and he's an alpha male though. This is who y'all look up to. He's an alpha male. Okay. A grown ass man that who wears a diaper, who shits on himself. That's who y'all saying is alpha male though. Okay, I just want to put that out there.
Okay,
he's alpha male. You know what I'm saying? But he got his ass kicked by a woman in a debate, one debater. Yeah, he's an alpha male.
All right. Well, let me do my get it off the chest because we only got like 2 minutes. So I want to run this real quick. My getting it off the chest is to the Haslams. You got to be out of your goddamn mind to move the Cleveland Browns Stadium to Brook Park, Ohio. First off, you're going to kill downtown. That is going to hurt downtown Cleveland so bad. But not only just that, dude, you're not doing it because you're trying to put together a great team. You're trying to get to the Super Bowl. You're just trying to host the Super Bowl. You ain't worried about the Browns playing in the Super Bowl. You're not worried about how it's going to affect the fans getting to your games and this, that, and the other. You're not worried about how it's going to affect the city of Cleveland. You're not doing anything to make it a better choice for the fans. On top of it, you've produced shitty products since taking over this goddamn team. Yes, there's been a couple of playoff runs, but we ain't been in no AFC championship game. We ain't been in the Super Bowl. We haven't done this. And for you to think that putting a brand new stadium together right now is going to change all of that, you crazy in your goddamn head. There's no reason in hell whatsoever should this move be taking place. If you want to build a new stadium, this is what you do. You tear down First Energy or Huntington Bank now, whatever it's called, stadium. You tear it down. You let the Browns go ahead and play their games at the Ohio State campus for the next 2 years. Get the dome built downtown Cleveland. Make sure that the money is still coming in to help help the city of Cleveland, so the fans can actually enjoy going to a game that's in the middle of the area, and they can go ahead and have a pleasurable experience at this dome. And hopefully we do get a Super Bowl. But people still keep forgetting that we get Super Bowl, we're going to still be battling Cleveland weather. So you got to understand all of that. And so it's a lot of shit that goes into it. But we already got Rocket Mortgage, so you're going to be taking business away from Rocket Mortgage. It's going to be a lot of bullshit, man. It's a bunch of fuckery that's about to take place, and I'm just not feeling it. So Haslams, y'all need to get y'all shit together and understand, man, that like everybody's not in favor of the Brook Park Browns. Everybody's not in favor of that shit. So,
Coach, I ain't in favor either. But I'm gonna say this. Rich people don't give a fuck about poor people and their problems.
Very true.
Okay. So they don't care that we will not be able to afford what they going after is a Jerry world. Yep. Okay, they're gonna have apartment buildings, they're gonna have outdoor ice arenas, all sorts of stuff, shit that we can't afford. Yep. So they don't care about us doing any of that stuff because they're gonna make their money off of all the buildings that's around there, plus whatever games that's being played there for the season, plus whatever, getting Beyonce concerts, getting the Super Bowl, hosting. They like on the video, they had them hosting the NCAA March Madness, women and men's. So think about it. They don't give a fuck about us and our poor problems. They don't care about. Listen, they are outsiders. They're not from the city of Cleveland. They don't care about us. They don't give a fuck about us. They wanted to get in the NFL, and they was part of the that group was originally part of Pittsburgh. And before that, they was part of another team. They were just trying to find their way into being able to get an NFL ownership. And guess what? The city of Cleveland learners allowed this shit to happen. Now that they're here, they don't give a fuck about the city of Cleveland. They're in this to make money for themselves and their family. That's it. They don't care. They don't care about taking away tailgating from downtown. They don't care about, interrupting all the businesses and their money that's coming. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm just speaking, man, like as a fan.
No, I feel you.
That's some bullshit. And I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. I don't even go to games on a regular basis like that. I don't even go to games like that on a regular basis. But I know how bad it's going to affect the city.
Yeah, I feel you as a fan. I feel you as as someone who works in downtown Cleveland. I feel all that stuff. I get it from our standpoint, how it's going to hurt downtown. And as a fan, just being able to, being downtown, that's the central place from like west side and east side right there in the middle to make it there. I get it. But that's why I told you earlier, I'm on the fence because them rich people don't care.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel you as a fan. I'm 100% with you, Coach. I can honestly say that.
Yes, sir. Well, we at the end, Coach. And once again, man, let's get to the facts. It's brought to you by OPM Clothing Line, the original Bonus, No More Struggling Entertainment. I'm your host, Doss, my co-host, Coach Shot. We love doing this with y'all, man, and we out of here.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure as always, man. It's a pleasure as always.
Yes, sir. We're going to watch these games and get ready to go to work tomorrow.
Hey, it said we got on TikTok, it said you got more than 91% of live creators. You got more views than 91% of live creators with a similar following.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. All right, Coach. Let me get out of here.
Man.
All right. Appreciate you again.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Always.